Hi everybody, Michelangelo Badio here for another installment of No Boundaries, featuring Joey, I'm the star, Robert, and we have some special guests tonight. For those of you who have been watching the show every week, and I mean, I've been doing this for well over 2.5 years, and I just love every time we play. And I do this. This is Adam Turetzky, who is we've been friends forever. He was a former student. He's a computer wizard, and he's been doing the audio and video for the live stream. It's now a multi-stream. It's been a multi-stream for a long time where it's live on Facebook and YouTube. And then I want today, I thought, I do a lot of talking, and, I always say if you want my instructional programs, go to Metal Method, learn-to-shred.com is my own URL for Metal Method, Learn to Shred. But I thought today, talk is cheap. Play, shut up and play, like Frank Zappa used to say. And then Adam and I have 4 songs. We're going to do 3 that he wrote, and the 4th one is a blatant, direct rip-off steal of another artist. So if we get flagged for copyright, I don't care because I like the song. And then after we play, then I want to bring up Rob Ross. And many of you that follow me know Rob is the drummer on No Boundaries. God, there's so many good songs. Full Force, Science Fiction, 2X Again, Rainforest. And then he even played on Hurt, where people thought that I was the drummer on Hurt. But Rob is over here. He's going to come up and we're going to talk a little bit, too, about what we're up to. There's a lot of people online saying hello. Hey, JD. Let's see who else. There's Tanya. There's Nick. Alexis. Hey, Denny. Hey, Brett. Roxana. Jenny. Let's see. Yeah, Nick writes, Rob is awesome. Yes, we know that. And some people think Rob is me and I'm Rob. So that people are like, he's a great drummer. I'm like, well, yeah, I play okay. And but it's actually Rob doing all the drumming. Anyway, Adam is a great guitar player and
had a good teacher.
I think so too. But he lives the he's been playing a long time. Again, he's never been heard playing, and it's all the things that I always talk about. If you have the right technique, the right things happen. Now, before we play, I just want to talk about something Sawtooth. Now, Sawtooth is not just guitars. There's basses, there's drums, keyboards. So it's really Sawtooth instruments. But let's focus on the guitars right now. Sawtooth is having this monster sale, and it is the Black Friday sale. It is 50% off guitars from now until December 4th. Now, in the beginning of December, specifically December 2nd, I will be in Los Angeles signing guitars like we did earlier in the summer, but 50% off. The coupon code is BF for Black Friday, BF50. There's never been a better time to buy a great guitar, and the time is now. And things like the you have the M24 series here with you have the matted black and the matted white. We've got the relics over here, the natural series. There's some incredible guitars that are 50% off, and the normal price is great to begin with. Now, having said that, I could talk about guitars all day, which I like to do. I think the best way to illustrate the guitars is to shut up and play them.
Play them.
Yeah, are you ready?
I don't play enough. I'm ready. Born ready.
Okay, so we're just, these are just jams. We worked on it a little bit beforehand, but it's not structure where he takes 8 measures, I take 8 measures. We can do that, but we're just going to let it rip. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
That was fun. That was great. Yeah, we have 4 jams for you here. And I'm going to switch guitars each time, but, Adam has got a really cool guitar collection. And it involves definitely many guitars that are not Sawtooth.
Well, I'm playing a Sawtooth today.
Yeah, and, I asked him, but he's a great guitar player. And this is an Americana version of the Heritage series. Now, let me switch guitars and play one of the Natural Series guitars. I love these. This is a spalted maple top. It is a really beautiful guitar. And again, these are, and it has a Wilkinson trem on it. Now, I didn't use a clean sound there. Why? Because that song needed to rip! And I just didn't feel like playing clean.
Thank you. A minor blues. I came up with that.
Yeah. Adam did a great
12
job.
blues.
Yeah, he's the one who did these backing tracks. I asked him to do that because we've done my backing tracks a million times, So let's see. Somebody wrote this. Okay, Cynthia wrote this. Is there a difference between an approach and a point of view? Are the concepts synonymous or vastly different? An approach is your point of view, I think. I would say that, how do you approach play clean? You have a lot of choices. I mean, it's like drums. Do you play 4/4 and 4/4, or do you play drums like Rob, who would do 3/4 maybe and for 4 measures, or and circle it around after 12 counts. So there's somebody asked if I had the hybrid. No, I do not.
A question for me.
Yeah.
And I have an answer for that. So Mike gave me a warm up of 40.
Well, tell him the question too.
So it is Denny Reyes wants to know, do I have a go-to warm-up exercise or riff? And I wouldn't call it a riff. It's definitely an exercise that I was taught. And you basically start out, I call it 1, 2, 3, 4 chromatic, and I usually start down here. You just do this up and down. And then you can even come up with patterns. I've called this threes. Backwards and forwards. There's another one I have that's... So you do those and then increase the speed as you go, and then eventually you're warmed up.
Yeah, those are, there's sequences, like... Now I added a little bit of blues. Now I'm going to use you can hear the clean sound of these. Spalted maple is a lighter sounding, it's not lighter, it's a brighter sounding wood. I have several guitars in spalted maple in my collection, and it's one of my favorite sounds because it's thick, but it's got that brightness on it. Okay, now I think we've talked enough, but remember, there is a Sawtooth sale going on, Black Friday. BF50 is the coupon code, 50% off. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% off. Now, where did I come up with that? That's 5 plus 5 is 10 times 5. Okay, so metal 50. It's amazing discount, and it runs through December 4th. Now, not only am I signing guitars, but Rudy Sarzo, the iconic bass player that played with Randy Rhoads, and when you're, especially on the live album, not on the studio version, but on the live album that sold millions and millions, that's Rudy playing bass. He played bass with Ozzy, with Randy Rhoads and the band. He's going to be signing instruments, Vinny Appice. When you hear "Sing Me a Song, You're the Singer," all the Dio's classics, Black Sabbath with Dio, that's Vinny Appice on drums. He is a Sawtooth endorsee. He's going to be signing autographs, and myself, and it's just going to be incredible. And so, Sawtooth is really pulling out all the stops this Christmas and this holiday season. All right, Adam, are we ready to rock with the second jam?
Second jam.
Okay.
Ready to
And
go.
what is this called? Rock Jam.
Rock Jam 2. I have
That's
a
right.
great title for it, number 2.
Yes, that was cool. All right, having fun here. Yeah, it's really great just to jam, and you know the thing that I love about jamming, it's something that we did growing up, and now I'm playing with the band Man of War, where it's going to be a huge tour starting early next year, and I also have a project called the MAB Band, and we're playing the legendary Viper Room December 10th. And you know, if people have seen me before, they know that I did a solo project with backing tracks. Well, there's just no backing tracks anymore. I mean, I'm not saying I won't do solo shows again. I love them. And playing to backing tracks because none of the lead passages that mean anything are on there. It's all real, and I've never ever been accused of it because I play. But the point is that with the MAB band, it's real. There's a bass player, a drummer, and guitar. No backing tracks, no anything. We released No Boundaries. We play the double guitar solo. There's just nothing behind it, and it's so refreshing to to just go back to my roots because that's what I grew up doing. And just like Adam and I are playing, I mean, one thing, he plays live a lot too, and you can't really substitute just tearing it up, and playing in front, like even right now, we're playing in front of you, and if we were in concert, we'd be standing up, trying to look our coolest, and playing, but
Very difficult to shred sitting down.
yeah, and someone asked if I've ever jammed with Van Halen. I have not, but I can tell you what I did do. We did a benefit for Jason Becker in Chicago, and Eddie Van Halen was the headliner. He saw me play, and I'd never spoken to him in my life. And he said, Michael, I think you're really great. And we sat down, just me and him, one-on-one, and talked for about a half hour after the show. It was pretty amazing. And at the end of the thing, one of his assistants goes like, Edward, we have to go, this woman. And so he goes, and he gives me a hug and kisses me on the cheek. I'm like, if it was anybody but Van Halen. But I found out that he did that. Like if you see him, like he did that to Les Paul, just sign of affection. He was just amazing. And so have I ever jammed with him? No. Have I talked with him one-on-one for an extended amount of time? Yes. All right, let me switch guitars and let's get to track 3 here. Okay. Now. Whoops. This is one of the Relic series. Sawtooth makes the absolute coolest relics. I'm going to bring this close to the camera so you can see what it looks like. They beat the hell out of it! That's a relic. And they do it at the factory. So it is not, it's a person doing it, but because they use a template, it's not like, it's a one-off guitar because you cannot duplicate anything like this. You can get it close, but each guitar is going to be its own individual work of art, but it's just so well done, and the price is so much more reasonable than the thousands of dollars you would normally play. But I mean, when you hear this guitar, it's got that twangy telly sound. Anybody knows that? That's Captain Beyond. But it's just got a great, great tone to it. That would be the bridge position, then the middle. And then, of course, what we call the lipstick pickup. And it's just beautifully intonated. All right, yeah, somebody
sounds awesome.
What's that?
That middle position sounds awesome. It's got the squank.
Yeah, that. Okay, we can't play the whole thing. We're gonna get flagged for a copyright. Somebody asked before if these are stainless steel frets. No, somebody also wrote economy picking is the best. Stainless steel frets I love, don't get me wrong, but they need to be crowned more than regular frets. I have plenty of guitars in my 207 guitar collection that have stainless steel frets. While I like them very much, believe it or not, you have to work on it a little more, and people think that they're stronger, and in some ways, yes, they sound fantastic, but you have to have them crowned a little more. Now, when somebody said economy picking, and then Adam, I will jam again, it's not the best. It might be your particular preference. It's just a technique. And so, someone wrote, are your curls natural?
I'm not going to interrupt you. Yes, this is
Yeah, what
God gave me.
But here, let me just show alternate picking. Alternate picking is like, ah! A lot of machine guns, a lot of bullets in the gun. Economy is a little softer, but it's also super fast. Like if you go, That's alternate picking. Now here's economy picking. Now economy could also add in hammers and pulls because you're being economical with your picking motion. But watch. That's all economy picking, but the beauty of economy picking is Frank Ambali said this, and I believe him, it's an extra gear. For example, if I'm alternate picking, I'm playing really fast. Now I'm going to play something similar to that using economy. I ended with alternate, but I can kick it up a notch to get into hyperdrive, trans-warp drive, instead of warp speed. And so there's a real benefit to economy picking, but, and again, you can say economy picking is the best. That's your opinion. In my opinion, it's just a technique to use. Sometimes you want to use economy, sometimes you want to use alternate. I like both, and I worked on both, and I'm very good at both. And I also like to do a lot of tapping now. I probably do more tapping now than I ever have because it's so popular now, and I just love that. That style is available, and the technique actually. Somebody wrote how important is pick sliding, and then we'll play.
Extremely important.
It's
you
everything.
Can't do it flat. You have to go at an angle. And
Yeah, keep talking.
Mike taught me this a while ago. You can't. When I originally started taking lessons from him, I was picking with a Fender floppy pick, and I was sort of dribbling the physics of the pick on the string, and that's when Mike handed me one of these Jazz 3s that were his and said, you might do a little better resting your palm of your hand on the bridge and angling the pick down like this and sort of cutting across the string back and forth. And that's how you actually can pick with speed. If you notice, my hand is sideways, almost sideways going across it on the beveled edge of the pick.
Yeah, you need a pick slant there because there's just too much pick hitting the string if you're playing and hitting the string parallel with your pick. I mean, you have all this room, whereas when you slant, it's really, you're just getting the edge, and it's just a lot faster motion. It's just, I've never ever seen any guitar player that plays really fast and really technical not pick slant, because you have two options. You pick with it almost upward facing you or downward. Adam does it downward. I do it downward. A lot of guitar players do both.
I do both, and we've mentioned before, there's Troy Grady does a whole study on this, and I don't really want to analyze it too much because I kind of don't want to see how the sausage is made, because then maybe I'll start thinking about it too much. But I did notice Anthony Muzio here said downward or upward. You can go upward too, and when I started thinking about it, it depends how I'm playing and what lick I'm doing, and I noticed I do change my hand position and do upward slanting for certain things. But I don't want to think about it. I just do it.
Yeah, it's like I say, paralysis through analysis.
Yes, that's
you overanalyze it and you're paralyzed because you don't know what to do. It's never right, it's never perfect, and so it becomes impossible. But the moral of the story is pick slant, either downward or upward. But if you hit the strings parallel using the pick is parallel to the string, you will be paralyzed by the inability to be able to play fast. And so anyway, let's do track 3 here.
What do I call this? Hard Rock Jam.
Yeah, so
I'm
Adam's,
good at the titles on these.
yes. That was fun. Yes. Yes, that was great. A great jam. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. Adam wrote those 3 tracks, and we have one more to do. I'm going to move back to the M24 here, and we'll end it with this. And then let's see, the widest neck Sawtooth has. You know, you're going to have to, somebody asked about neck radius and detailed specs. That's something you're just going to have to go to the website to get. I mean, a lot of times, you know, as much as I know about guitars, I just go by the feel. If you want to know the exact specs, the Sawtooth website is sawtoothworld.com, and somebody, you know, sorry, I was reading a funny question. Are you afraid of death? Dude, I'm into heavy metal. Our favorite word in metal is die! Wait. Die! 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 Are we afraid of death? I don't know. Is anybody afraid of death? So it depends how you look at life. Well, that's not really true. But anyway, I'm just goofing around with all this. That's not a question I really think about. You know what I think about? Forget about death. Live. That's what I think. Okay, we're going to do one more song here. And, somebody said Eruption harmonized. Now, that would be cool. But we didn't work that out.
We have to work that out. He actually showed me Eruption, I believe, back some time ago.
Yeah, I mean, can we do it? Of course we can do it. And, all right, let's do this. Are we ready?
Yeah. something a little different for the No Boundaries live
Yeah,
stream.
yeah, it's a lot different than. Yeah, somebody wrote alternate picking shows no mercy. Exactly. Yeah, it's just mean. All right, well, Adam, thank you very much. Adam's a great guitarist, and
Thank you.
you know, I mean, and another thing too, you know, he's been playing a long time, practicing his whole life, and you know, just having good fundamentals, like being an athlete and being able to throw a football correctly, or kicking a soccer ball, or you know, he's got really good fundamentals, and that's what keeps you from getting injured. And let's see, anyway, somebody was playing folk music tonight. Anyway, they're just goofing around. But I would like to say, Adam, thanks for, and Adam's
you.
the one who does all the video streaming now.
We're gonna get
Thanks.
we're gonna get Rob in here.
Yeah, now I want to bring up my best friend in the whole world, Rob Ross, the great drummer, and people think that Rob is me sometimes here. So,
You guys sounded awesome. It sounded
Yeah.
great.
hey, Rob. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit. Rob and I have been friends. We met in college.
Yeah.
We were freshmen in college, so we were 18 years old. And I remember seeing this guy. When he grows his hair long, he had this like blonde streak in his hair. His hair was super long. You had a mustache at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know we both had long hair. And what was the guy's name? Dan Detloff.
Dan Detloff was the music theory teacher.
Yeah,
yes.
we met in music theory,
Yes.
and in our first year of college, and we've been friends ever since. And Rob and I have been in several bands over the years. You know, we've recorded a lot of songs. If you see my version of "Hurt" online, that's Rob playing drums. We get together with me, Rob, our bass player friend Bill Schneider, who's also a fantastic award-winning artist. He's absolutely amazing, great bass player, great writer. But Rob is the one who played drums on No Boundaries, the Speed Kills version that has the tens and tens of millions of views. He played on 2X Again. He played on No Boundaries, 2X Again, the song Full Force, all of the Lucid Intervals album. What else? Science fiction.
Yeah, science fiction.
Rainforest.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, and then we also have recorded a bunch of newer material that's on my YouTube page. And then we're going to do a series of tracks. And Rob, tell them that our working title for
It's
this.
gonna Mike and Rob go crazy.
Yeah, it's Mike and Rob go nuts! Nuts! I tell you, we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna do some really cool riffs, like, for example, the song China that I came up with that's in 6/4. And see, the thing that I like so much about Rob is he'll look at a beat or look at a riff and say, okay, it's in 6/4. How many different ways can I divide that and
Yes.
make it prog?
Yes.
And so we are going to take these riffs. It's almost an ostinato pattern is a repeating pattern. For example, this is a song that Rob recorded on the Lucid Intervals album. And I called it Avalanche. It's not like the Stevie Nicks Avalanche, but when you repeat something like that, or a phrase, that's an ostinato pattern when you repeat it over and over. We're going to take these prog ostinato patterns and take them to
Just-
the nth
yeah,
degree.
3 minutes of just jam out, and do what we feel like doing, and you have to listen to what the other person's playing, obviously, and sometimes it comes all together, but that was years and years ago. I remember when we were in college, we'd get together, somebody get a barrel of beer, and we get 2 or 3 drummers, a bunch of guitar players, and it was pick a beat, play a beat, and then pick a key. And then, you get tired of that, you yell a different key out, and the drummer would switch the. But it really, you really had to listen to what was going on. You had to pay attention to what everybody else was playing, too.
Right, and somebody wrote rounds, and that is a correct word. It's a round. But a round is more like where you go, Frere Jacques, dormez-vous. And then he would
yeah.
start, Yeah, the Frere Jacques, when I do Dormez-vous, that's around. And sorry, here I never drop picks, and I dropped the pick thinking about that. Oh, there we have more. I have thousands of that. But yeah, these are going to be really fun. And if you go to my YouTube page, you're going to see a lot of songs with Rob and I on it. And I don't know, Rob and I just have a history. We just find that one song that blows up. And that does super well, and you know, we've done it numerous times over the years, but it's a lot of fun too. I mean, you know, the thing too, if you're a Beatles fan like I am and like Rob is, and when you watch the Beatles, especially Get Back, you know, Lennon can play harmonica. You know, they all dabble on the drums. He can play piano. He can play slide. I didn't even know he was the one playing the leads in Get Back. I thought they were great, really tasteful. But, you know, McCartney plays all these instruments. Well, Rob's the same way. He plays guitar. He can dabble on the piano, plays drums great. You know, myself, I play guitar. I play piano. We all sing. Bill Schneider, the bass player, plays bass, can play guitar, plays, you know, piano. And so we all dabble in a lot of different instruments. And when we work together, we get to use those skills. And I find it, you know, you find if somebody's talented, like in one thing, especially on drums, I highly recommend that they play an instrument that involves notes, you know, and not just percussion. And you find a lot of great drummers do that. They can play a secondary instrument that, you know, you can play chords and whatever. And somebody wrote, yeah, Paul McCartney can't read music. That's crazy. Yeah, you know, but the thing that I love about McCartney with other great composers too, you either know a lot about music or you pretty much know nothing, because when you're stuck in the middle and you know a little bit, you're paralyzed because you know you don't know enough and you start overanalyzing what you do. I know a lot about music, so when I write a song, I don't ever really think about what I write until afterwards, or if I need a harmony for something, but I just write first, analyze second. And you do that when you know enough about music, and you don't analyze at all if you know nothing about music. So, Rob, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think it was Three Pennies said she liked Idiot. We've got a song coming out with, that was with Bill, but we have another one with Mike and doing vocals on that again, and that will be out pretty soon. We've got the video, it's all finished. And
Yeah, I mean, the video's online, the song is on Spotify, and we're going to... I'm gonna show some video excerpts of it in the next day or so. I want to just recap real quick. The Black Friday sale from Sawtooth is on. The code is BF50, 50% off till December 4th. Also on December 2nd, I'll be in California signing guitars. I'm signing things. Vinny Appice is signing. Rudy Sarzo. It's just really, really incredible. And also too. The MAB band, which the owner of one of the main owners, Joe Fuco, is the drummer. Our bass player, Nils, is great, super long hair. It'd be like if Rob grew his hair super long, which you have. I've seen him like that before. And Nils has got really long hair, and he's a great, great singer and bass player. I mean, he's a true lead singer, so we have really good vocals. I do backgrounds. Also, I'll be on tour with Man-O-War, and the MAB band will be at the Viper Room December 10th. I'm going to be on tour with Man-O-War, and remember, my Metal Method videos are always available. My personal website for my URL for Metal Method is learn2shred.com. Learn-to-shred. Anyway, yeah.
I got to say hi to Daniela.
Okay.
Hi, Daniela.
Yeah, that's his granddaughter.
Yeah.
Hi, Daniela. And yeah, son Tommy's great. But anyway, I'd like to say this. I'm Michelangelo Badio for Sawtooth Guitars. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Rob. Thank you.
I'm just here for the dinner.
Yeah, we're going out to dinner